What's up, money makers? Looking for the next stock to explode or just want to break one down and see its potential? Well, you have ended up in the right place today, my friend. Not only do I break down and analyze stocks, but we also have the right juice at Banking with Billy Discord. Billy and the other coaches, including myself, rip that smoke every day with updates on stocks that we are chasing or letting go, flooding the chats with updates and directions, best of our knowledge, and what we think the stocks are going to do. We also have the breakdown and classroom sessions. That's what we're doing today. Right now, I have Mr. Niche. He had a few that he wanted me to cover, and just got done doing SOUN. We just got done doing that one. Now we're going to move on from SOUN, and his next one in line was LRHC. LRHC. So let's look it up. First thing I want to do is I just want to get a little information, right? So let's start with what is it? What stock is LH? Oh, sorry, LRHC. Yes, that's it. Whoops, forgot to put stock. There we go. La Rosa Holdings. Okay, okay, okay. Nasdaq. All right. 345. 344. So we just saw 345. So let's go ahead and mark 345. Right there. All right. Let's see here. Nope. Just making a couple notes real quick. That way we can get him some good information here. Currently, put that price in there. Should have wrote that here too. Oh, currently, all right. Just updating some information on here. That way we can keep up with all this. All right. So now let's check it out here. Let's look and see. La Rosa Holdings acquires its Fancies franchise. El Rosie's Realty Winter Garden. Okay. All right. So a holding company, 5 agent, centric, technology, integrated, cloud based. That's what we're dealing with. Multi-server real. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for some real information, not the oh, do you mean about? No, it's not garden stuff. It's it's actually a oh yeah. Oh, here's what I want. Let's see what stock analyst says. I had some information there. Requires seventh real estate brokerage franchisees with revenue of 1.4 million in positive cash flow in 2023. Its target generate 100 million of analyzed revenue as of 2024. Exit run. Whoa, 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 whoa! Get out of here. All right, there we go. Revenue 24. Okay, this is good. Positive feedback. LA Rosa opens office in Tampa. This is January 18th, so they're growing. So now they've opened a new office. Let's see here, president micro cap conference in Atlanta City. So it seems to me that they're continuously giving out information every week. 7 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, so every 2 weeks or so. So it's like 7 days ago. Like it's a continuous factor of information. So they're letting us be informed. They're letting us know what the company's doing. Anytime a company's being loud, they have a high expectation. Think about it. Any company. When you hear about it, how do you hear about it? The same way everybody else does, right? So this is good. This is good. This is a good sign. It's showing a lot of good stuff. 2 months ago, look at this, 19th annual emerging growth investor. So I see not only a company that's growing, a company that's standing out, a company that's saying, "Hey, we're here," with continuous information about what they're doing, what's going on. They're not playing games. They're trying to be something here. Technology integrated, cloud based. See where they integrated with them? That was on December 15th of 2023. It says right here, that was 2 months ago. So it already gave us that. I'm excited to look at the stock. We haven't even seen the stock yet, right? I wanted to switch it up this time. I wanted to look at the name first, see what company we're dealing with now before we go any further. Because when I look into the actual news, when we're looking in the news, I want to see the stock, right? I want to see the stock first, and then let's talk news. So let's look over here at Webull. We're going to put this in real quick as LRHC. Boom. LRHC. LRHC. Now we're seeing LRHC. And it looks here. Okay. Not too bad. No gaps. Been seeing a bunch of gaps here lately. Just double checking. Let me go to the day and see what we're looking at with the... Oh, okay, there's a gap. Okay, so there's a gap to be filled. All right. It's a hard gap, but we're going to have to check that one out. It's interesting. Well, as far as I can tell, now again, this was one of Wall Street picks. Niche brought it to my attention to check out. But just looking at this, we got a heck of a gap up right here. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm trying to check the time frame. We have to know the time frame of that. We have to know when this took place. That way we can make a logical decision if that's a true gap up, if it's common, if it's fake. You know, why did that happen? Why? You ask why, you're going to get some good answers. Now, if I look down here at my volume, I'm showing here that there's more sells than buys. So that potentially just telling me it's going to drop, which is fine. So they had this spike first thing this morning. Is that what we got going on? What's the time frame? Let's get down to 15 minutes. Let's see where we're at. 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, she's dropping. She's having to calm down. And it's just like I was telling Nisha earlier. Once we look at this and we got to see why. Why is she calming down? That's going to take me back up here. I see you down at my MACD. I'm above, so I understand. We got to bring it back down to the red. We got to cool off a little bit. She blowed a little too much smoke when she popped out right here. But this is definitely something to keep your eye on, to get back into, especially with it setting new expectations and new goals. And they pop off news every 2 weeks. So this is a company that not only can you follow, but you're going to be able to make better decisions about your stock. You're going to be able to make better choices about your stock. So let's look into it. Again, we're just in the 15 minutes. This is something, it's a new pop right here. So we're just going to go ahead. We got to mark her up a little bit because when we come back, then we see where we're at, resistance. And then, of course, we had that cap up top. We're not sure what kind of line that is yet. We just know it's a line from a resistance point. And then we also know another one. So we're going to watch. Look here. We'll still have to come back and do our count. Make sure we're on point. But right now we're going to do a rough sketch of what we're looking at, right? So we also know with this one, I'm going to change this one to green because we know this one's the beat. So now we're there. And then our next resistance, again, though, we got to do our count and make sure that we're on point. All right. So now, okay. Now we already saw that she was going back to the downside. So let's see our last point of interest. See if that's about $3. You're talking, whoosh, she shouldn't go down. Somewhere right in there. There. So then if we break resistance here, all right. So now, all right. Now judging on your stop loss and where you set it based off your percentages, what the goal is, what you're thinking. There we go. All right, so set your lines, point of resistance, stop loss, set your stop loss, what percent you're willing to lose. If it breaks resistance, if it sets a new resistance, you have to keep your lines. You have to move your lines with it. You have to figure out what you're looking at. But now that we have a setup, this is just a rough sketch of what we're looking into. Now, once we apply the numbers, then we're going to be able to make better determinations of how far out we can go with our percentages. And, of course, safe bet, 7.15% every time. Get on those 52-week lows, whatever it could be, whatever the case may be. But right here, we are looking at a pretty good setup here. I'm not gonna lie. I like how it's going. Of course, we're having this pullback. How far is it going to pull back? You know, if they're wanting this stock to do as good as they say, and they're going to carry it like they are, then I feel like this is going to be a tight little and back up. I, I don't think it's going to drop that far. What's this documentation here? Shares double after it buys Florida franchisees. Oh, okay. So that was yesterday? Today. That was today. They just dropped that information now. Double after buying Florida. And Don Jones, too. So what's Don Jones doing? See, you got to ask all these questions. All these questions. Because Don Jones is going to tell us, all right, well, now we know that that's a big player in this. Dow Jones, sorry. Dow Jones. So we're going to go over here to Dow Jones. Let's see what's going on over here. All right. Look at that. That's in the green, baby. It's bullish over there. 0.67%. It's looking good. All right, so now we see that. I meant to hit that the other day. Oh, let's see here. Ow. Make me wonder. Now let's go to one of their trusted sites that, you know, we believe in here. See what they say about that. Let's see. All right. Look, it's just telling you all the ones that it's in. That's funny. All right. There we go. All right. So, right here, we're in the green. So that's good. We see that moving. That gives us positivity. Great. You know what? Now let's go back up here. I was just curious if it was in the green. Are we moving up or moving down? You can also run your numbers on the Dow Jones just to see, and then you can relate the ones that are in there with it. Anything that's related to it, you can see how they're doing, how their numbers are. You know, that's something you can play into. But whenever they're tied up with a bunch of different companies like this, you know, they tug at each other all the time. So let's go back up here, and we're just going to type in LRHC real quick. All right. Oh, wow. Really? No information? What? Nah, I don't believe that. Let's go over here. LRHC. Alright, now at least they're giving us a little bit more information here. Alright, so we're a little red. GRI with this progress made to date. That's not true. That's fake news. I actually had a request earlier to look into GRI because they were talking about how all this is like it's pumping today and all this. You got to be careful with the scammers in here, guys. These scammers will get you all day long. They'll get you to put in on something, and they're probably telling 5,000 people the same thing, and then they're going to short that stock, or they're going to manipulate that stock somehow. I mean, they're crazy, and they do that. If you don't know the technicals and you don't look into the stock yourself, you're not going to know the truth. Find out the company. The company's going to represent itself how it wants to be seen. All right? And if you got enough money, if you're a big enough company that you can hide or you can show what you want seen, then of course, I mean, you're going to play everything to your favor. But these guys, like some of this is not true information. You see all these where people put in all this information, it's bullish, blah, blah, blah. You got to be careful who you follow. But over at Banking with Billy, every one of us coaches, we break them down, we look into them ourselves, we give our opinions, and then you make the better choice with the knowledge that you've gained being at Banking with Billy. Or just visiting Just.Scrollin.Trades or Dragonfly Trades or All the Skills, because we're all in one location. $5 a month gets you a long way. But we're growing. We're going to get big. I hope you guys can jump in and fly with us. But yeah, we're seeing here, you know, there's not a lot of good information here because I feel like where this company is. Oh, wait a minute. See, there's really like condensation here loading up. Well, that is good too. I've seen this guy before. He does give some information. He's got 263 followers, following 73 people, 4,800 ideas. He's a thinker. Okay, all right. Well, nothing's still like drawing me in as far as news goes. Just, with everything we've already looked at here and everything we've been going through. Let's see here. We'll go over here to Yahoo Finance real quick. Check out, I love falling back to Yahoo Finance because sometimes when people don't talk about it, they do. One more time, LRHC. Still in the positive, looking good. Riding off Don Jones, I like that. It's 3 hours ago, so they are mentioned here. See, I'm telling you, if it is legit news, Yahoo Finance. If you see it anywhere else, check Yahoo Finance. Let that be your go-to, your fallback, because sometimes they get scammed too. That's the thing. These people we follow, I got tip ranks and trade Twitch and like just so many different ones I look at every day. Apple News but I've noticed more and more and more and more Yahoo Finance. They get the legit news that's out to everyone and are on the same page. So you're not jumping around. Is this true? Is this false? Is it true or false? This is legit right here. So everything. All right, that's good. And they're already bumping up this morning. This news just come out. We're fresh. We're in the beginning. 4-minute read. 4 minutes. Yeah, it's crazy. Generate positive cash flow. Oh, Winter Garden generated revenue of 1.4 million, generated positive cash flow from operations. The franchisees provides residential and commercial real estate brokerage services. It also provides coaching and support services to agents on the fee basis. Oh, so now we're charging. I wonder if this company does financing. El Rosa Holdings Corp. I wonder if I could just put that in. So let's see here. We had it pulled up, did we not? Let's see this one right here. Alright, and we'll just nope. I don't even know what this is. Something popped up earlier. Okay, so let's just put them in real quick. El Rosa. Dated a girl named Rosa one time. Bad experience. El Rosa Corp. Whew. Alright. Hope this one didn't like my ex. Definitely not going to put money on it if it is. Oh, okay. Well, guys, I don't think you're going to go wrong here. Look at this. Stock price, $346. Beautiful location. The LA Realty difference. Empowering agents. Elevating success. I like that. So it's real estate agents, real estate companies, and LA. Everybody knows LA. That's a money making place, so they got it here. Unique business model, financial strength. I'm sure. History. Oh, you can't click on it. What's up with that, huh? Okay. All right. So we know it's a legit business. They do have a website and you can go to websites and figure out if they're legit or not. They're not going to give you contact information, but what's kind of sketchy about this one, but what saves it is like at first whenever I was clicking on everything up here, I was like, well, wait a minute, you talk about it, why can't I click on it? But then whenever I scroll on down here and you're actually giving me a phone number, I can see if it's legit that way. I can reach out by email, not likely, but by looking at this, you're going to be able to, okay, they give you this right here. Well, by law, they have to assign with a state. So if you call that Florida and you ask for the contact information of LA Rosa Holdings, you should be able to get that. It should be public information. So, you could really deep dive into this, but I like what I'm seeing. Sign up today for email alerts, stay connected, get latest company news delivered to your inbox. Ooh. View investors relations. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. Well, it's definitely on the move up. It's definitely in the Dow Jones. So that shows us that they have confidence in the stock. I don't see why we shouldn't either, especially if it's on the uprise now. Now that we got this information, let's jump back over here to the stock. Let's see where we're at again. MACD, it's showing that we're going to have this pullback. Great. Kind of in it right now, right? So once we get that, we break that line, the resistance down here, I believe she's going to turn around and pump back up. But as you can see, she is not broke the lines that I drew, and I have not done the math yet to double check myself or the count, but just where I do so many of them, sometimes I get it like that. But see, that one's wrong, and I can see it right there. This one's wrong. This is my resistance. Boom. See? Red candle, but that wasn't my resistance. That wasn't my last high point. See? Now we got it. That was just me looking at it. See, I just noticed that and knew I was wrong automatically. Boom. We'll see what it does, We'll let it play in its area here while it calms back down, while it brings this MACD down, while it brings RSI down. Staying, and all along, we're right there close. The buys are 5.1 at this point. The sells are 5.8 at this point. And your neutral is 1.5, so it can control either side. So I would just hold back. But the good thing about this is they've already gave us, they've laid out the path for us at LRHC. They give information every 2 weeks, sometimes every week. So if you just keep up with a company alone, you see that positivity come out. When you see that positivity come out, that's when you jump in. That's when you buy in. So yeah, Mr. Niche, this is a good stock. We're going to have to wait, and we're going to have to see the downfall when it drops. We're going to have to make a better decision on the buy-in, but I think you're about there. I think this is the turn for the uprise of this one. I think it's definitely gonna make it back to the 630. It's done set that goal for itself. Its overall goal was to four something right at $5, I think. So now they're at 630. That's showing where they've been. Now the truth of the matter is, if you get in here and then she only comes up to 557, well, that's also going to let us know, or 558 right here. It's going to also let us know, and it tops out. Well, then we're going to have to reset to this line. We'll have to back up. But right now, she's still looking good. She's staying within sync. We're going to see where she goes. And if we were trying to determine even sooner, let's take her down to the 5. Look here. Still within sequence. We haven't crossed yet, so there's still opportunity here. Still opportunity to get in. Our lines look good. If I went back and I did the count, I guarantee I would be close. If not right on. Right there it was. See, I missed that one earlier too. But it's just that the perfection of that line. Now it lets me know exactly. And now if you want to see if this stock has had more motion or up or down, you can always do a, let's see here, a trend line. So we would mark here to here. And then we want to go bring this back out a little bit. And the lowest point of sale was right here. It was here. I see the line. May have to bring my other information down a little bit real quick just to make sure I'm on point. Okay, yep, on that one right there. So now we move that up. We bring that up to the current last pin. And now we wait and see. Let's see here. Now let me pop this back on. I'm just going to change this to red. Okay, and then I'm going to draw me another one. From here. I'll reel it back in. Previous high. Boom. And now we may have to alter our numbers a little bit as we move forward from here. That's okay. We'll do that. We'll see what we need to do. We'll adjust as we go to make the ultimate decision of what we're going to do for this stock. But yeah, Mr. Niche, I think we're looking good right now. We gotta see what she plays out. Keep an eye on it, and we'll come back to it. But meanwhile, guys, we know that 345 was the top, and just in this conversation alone, we've already dropped down to the 338, so we knew that it was going to do that. We knew that it was going to have the squeeze. So now that we see that squeeze happening, we can better determine later where the best time to get in. get in at is. But right now, unfortunately, with the news, there's no hot news about it. So we just gotta kind of lay low, watch it. As soon as that news pops, we know the potential behind the stock now. We know what she's capable of, and we'll just go from there. That's it. That's all we can do. Make the best choice in the moment. And then if we were making a longer decision on this one, then we would just break it down even further and see and make an ultimate guess of the day and time of when. And then we know we were set a percent of, okay, well, if I know it's going to be within this 2 weeks here, I know something's going to happen within this 2 weeks, then we can make a logical decision, all right? So maybe a month, 3-4 weeks beforehand. If the stock's at its lowest and we get in, then we know that we're at the lowest point for the high point, But currently, we're not doing that. Right now, we're trying to break down the moment. We can't predict the future here by no means, because you never know what the stock's going to do. But we can put in safe points to keep us from making irrational decisions and losing too much money. It's always possible. Always possible to lose too much money. So keep that in mind, guys. And we'll continue on with a list. But for now, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for following Just Scrolling Trades. And don't forget, you can find me over at Banking with Billy Discord. We'll see you next time.